Well, hello there. Today we are going to be playing Pure Rock Crawling. It is a Steam game I kind of picked up on a sale a little while back. I think the sale was something insane. And even though it's kind of a jank game, I still very much want to play it, at least for a little bit, and see what it has to offer. Basically, it's like the SnowRunner Expeditions game. Except, we have that at home. Also, hi, Ruby. Also, yeah. Even though this is like an Unreal Engine game, it runs pretty decently. Except that the volume controls don't really work most of the time. It's kind of goofy like that. Now, how this game works, for the most part, is that we just have our like silly little car with a bunch of like intricate physics, right? The tires deform and there's like suspension, and we can go into lock differentials and low range and 4x4, like a lot of stuff. And then there's also a bunch of challenges. Yeah, it's basically budget SnowRunner. Except it doesn't really do delivery missions. Instead, it's just like, hey, you have a silly truck that you can upgrade, and here's a bunch of terrain for you to navigate. Good luck. But what's here, I think is pretty nice. Like the physics feel good. Very much an indie project though. And yeah, the actual challenges, more or less you just have to pass through gates. And you can't hit them. If you hit them, you lose points. And of course, the terrain does get a little bit challenging to navigate at parts. And not hitting the gates, freaking difficult. Oh no. We might need to upgrade our truck as well. But, we'll get there. Just stay in the first gear, for real, for real. I do feel like this would be easier with a proper controller. But if I couldn't even set up the sound properly, I don't think a controller would really help me much. It might have just been a bug where it doesn't save what you input. But yeah, here we go. So far, so good. There's also a bunch of different maps, and the game itself is still getting like new updates and stuff. So in that regard, pretty nice. What was kind of surprising though was the sheer amount of like content updates it does get. Like the cars that you can customize, like all of the parts and everything. There's a lot of stuff there. I'm gonna look at that a little bit later once we go back to the garage. Yeah. Other than that, honestly, I want to do another stream of like Stalker 2 sometime, and also a bunch of like fast food games, like a little simulator / tycoon game where you run your own place. I vibe with that very much. Anger, surprise, and Eve. I do hope that you get some EPs. I'm gonna do the angry noises once I flip the car. But honestly, I don't know how many people developed this. I get the feeling that it's very much like a small team. But good frickin' job. The last time I tried making a car game in like the Unity engine, the wheels rotated like sideways and the car would occasionally fly. So yeah, it does take a bit of work. Also, look, the frickin' suspension. It's actually pretty nice. 85. Oh yeah, and we do earn money, which we can then use for the upgrades. Hi Jude, welcome in. Yeah, this is like SnowRunner for people who don't have SnowRunner. Honestly, I want to stream SnowRunner too. Oh no. Honestly, yeah, I should have made like the most jank freaking flying car game. For real, for real. I'm also gonna make this a little bit more silent. Meow. There we go. Oh yeah, Jude, good luck watching the thing with like family, I think. Like you mentioned before. Frick, I should stream Stalker too. There are so many things I want to stream, but not enough time. We'll get there eventually. Now, I think it's a little bit interesting that we don't really have to worry about, what? What do you mean we finished it? We were just starting. I was gonna say that I think it's a bit interesting that we don't really have to worry about stuff like fuel in this game. That would probably be even more interesting, like in SnowRunner. Or for example, if you have the diff locks on and four-wheel drive and whatever, that can actually impact how much fuel you use. Dang, that was a pretty cool mechanic. I keep wanting to look around to get like a better look at how the physics work, but sadly that also makes me hit all of the cones. Meow. We got this. There we go. Not so hard. This music reminds me of the Mafia games so much. Like, oh my gosh. I actually own, I think, most of them, if not all of them. Oh, frick, we have to go, where the frick do we have to go? Huh? To the side? Oh yeah, we have to go up. Okay. I want to play the Mafia games. SnowRunner is real comfy until you bite off more than you can comfortably chew. I mean, there are some DLCs that do make SnowRunner way easier. Like, even though you don't have all of the tires unlocked at the start, the tire DLC, oh my gosh. And also, I kind of go to the Russia region, I guess, like Taimyr, or whatever it was called, and you can get some pretty nice trucks there. And then you can bring them over to, like, Alaska and other regions. And holy frick, I love the game. There's even a bunch of mods. Also, surprisingly, the multiplayer in SnowRunner, really freaking nice experience. I did play it earlier in the week with some friends. You just kind of put it on and vibe and zone out. Really freaking cool game. And there we go. 85%. That's okay. If you do something a bit too silly, like flip the car, let's actually try. Why not? Come on, I want to flip. Nyan. Yes? There we go. Sort of. Yeah, technically we're stuck. We can always recover at a trailer. So instead of like garages, how you did in SnowRunner, you can instead get a trailer. And you can attach it to your car and bring it wherever you want. So it's like a mobile spawn point, which honestly, freaking cool idea. I vibe with it. Let's see, there's 3 more challenges on this map. And then we can go to another one. And also maybe swap out the truck for something or customize it. This is like me on my way to get snacks at the store. Wow. I think there's also like some damage, right? Maybe. Would have to crash worse to find out. Oh yeah, also, since getting the new GPU, like recording and streaming is actually so much easier to do. Especially with the new CPU as well. I very much vibe with this computer. Frick. I think these tires are starting to struggle as well. There we go. No big deal. Easy. Yeah, I'm gonna push these tires until they're as smooth as my brain. Wow. I mean, I do have like 2 brain cells on a good day. Meow, merp, moo. We got this. I honestly do wonder how someone can even like develop a game that does have all of the fancy like soft body physics. Because there's like a bunch of freaking maths behind making like a tire deform like this and also have a vaguely realistic, you know, force on the car itself. And then there's like different types of suspensions you can swap out for the trucks as well. It's so freaking cool. I don't know. Yoink. And I haven't had a single case where I'd be sent out into the space, you know? I will say that I do love a good arcade game as anyone else, but the fact that games like BeamNG Drive even exist is freaking amazing. And yeah, there's like various different libraries and assets, even people trying to make open source ones, for example, for Godot, you know, the engine. It has like a big project around it. But it is so freaking cool that this works in most engines and people somehow make it happen, and that is so nice. Also, yeah, we can mess around with the truck a whole bunch. I did go for the old-timey tires because kind of funny. We might just put on freaking tractor tires because why not? Yeah. And these ones are actually free. So we just kind of buy head pads for game demos, exactly. Also, because I'm feeling kind of goofy today, we're gonna go for leaf springs. Wow. Oh yeah, and there's like different types of like skins for the actual truck. Like, how freaking nice is that? We're gonna spend all of our money on those. Oh my gosh, yes. There is so much different stuff. I vibe with this. Although it doesn't beat SnowRunner because SnowRunner probably had some furry devs on the team for real, for real. But yeah, we can even change like the bumpers and everything. That is so nice. Oh, high lift. So we could have a spare tire as well, which doesn't match any of the other tires. Ah, it's kind of silly. Also different types of roofs. Hey, don't mind if I do. And different fenders. For an indie game, this is a nice amount of like customization. I feel like any car that I'm gonna drive would need no doors, because I would be like a minute away from flipping it at any given time. But yeah, we're gonna finish the challenges here. Honestly, even if this was an asset flip in some regards, it would still be a good one. Although, I feel like nowadays everyone's super critical of like, oh hey, this game used some assets, it's an asset flip. Whereas in actuality, sometimes that just makes a project like viable altogether. So, in this game, I know for a fact that the terrains they use come from like the megascans or whatever. So photogrammetry, where they scan like actual rocks and actual terrains. Because modeling all of that from scratch would be kind of tiring. And yet, in a game like this, that works really nice. Our little zebra car. Ooh, woo. There we go. Oh, had to go left. There are some stutters, I don't really know why, but nothing too bad. We vibin'. Oh, frick. Rip the cone. Yeah, exactly. Now, I don't know, I guess also with the advent of AI and related stuff, there's gonna be some really freaking split opinions on everything. Like, you know, how ethical all of that can be. I know for a fact though that a lot of developers, like who write code, they do use a lot of like AI tools as basically an autocomplete. When it comes to art though, it is way more tricky and problematic often. Which is unfortunate, you know? Meow, merp, moo. This is actually going really nicely. I kinda expected to flip the car like dozens more times. You doubt that we're gonna see too many people use AI heavily in their games or other art? I will say that I have seen some people use AI related stuff to great effect, but the difference was that they did pay a lot of attention to the underlying technology, and they did treat it as basically a data science problem instead of just typing something into a simple prompt and expecting good results. Also, hey Ashley! Hi! Sweetie, I hope you're having a lovely day. So I will say that AI can be very effective, but only when used with a lot of care, as opposed to something that's used as a way to commoditize and cheapen work that actual people would do. which unfortunately is the majority of how people use it. Oh, your day's a bit hot. I'm sorry, sweetie. Pat, 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 pat. May I interest you in some cool Monster Energy drink? Oh, whoa. Honestly, I vibe with this game. I don't know why it's installed on my computer or exactly when I got it, but it is silly. Wow. Oh, frick. It's my favorite. We have SnowRunner at home. Also, yeah, I want to look at the other maps. So we're gonna finish up this one challenge, and then we're moving to, I don't know, other totally not real life locations. Meow. As an artist, I think it's okay to use AI, but it can't be used maliciously. No need to hurt someone with it. I mean, I think it's a really multifaceted discussion. Because, for example, if I want emotes and stuff, I have the option to pay someone and basically be a patron of the arts. And, you know, the same goes for any other sort of graphic design thing I might want to do. Or, alternatively, I might just generate stuff. And sometimes it might be okay to do when it doesn't have a bunch of ethical problems, like if you're a broke student who literally can't afford anything, or like, you know, a broke game dev who doesn't really have the secondary source of income to make that sort of thing possible. But it can also be very unethical. Where the frick am I driving? It can also be very unethical when you're like a corporation that just wants to cut costs. Yay, patron of the arts. Wow. So, I think you're right. It depends on how it's used. And not paying people for their work and trying to replace them altogether, that is very sussy-wussy. Do not approve. Oh, hey! I just drove through one gate. Challenge completed. I think I kind of got ADHD'd in the middle and a little bit distracted. Meow, merp, moo. Yeah, also the whole copyright thing where corporations train the models on open data sets, which don't have mechanisms in place to disallow them to be used. Because hey, how are you gonna say that AI has stolen your particular artwork? Because the actual data sets aren't published. But at the same time, they don't have an explicit agreement to have that art be used. So in other words, they're just stealing. And it doesn't seem that there's anyone who's gonna do like a freaking class action lawsuit or what have you. And what happens then is that the people using the AI model, they benefit from your work without you getting any of the actual, you know, shares or royalties or what have you. I think a lot of the same happens with some of the open source projects out there, to the point where in recent years, some projects have changed their licenses just so these large tech companies can't say that, hey, this is mine now, and people are gonna pay me a bunch of money. Because there's not a lot preventing them from just taking like an open source database and using it themselves and taking all of the money. Even though a lot of other people have put in a bunch of work into the whole like product and what have you. Meow, merp, moo. Also, it's kind of funny that in the past week, well, at the time of like this being streamed or recorded, DeepSeek came out, and they basically stole a lot of like OpenAI's work, and OpenAI's like, oh no, how dare you steal from us? Whereas, you know, they stole a lot of stuff themselves. Oh yeah, and oftentimes, the companies that train stuff on your art, they won't ask you properly, which is a bummer. How dare they? Also, I actually did run DeepSeek as a model at work, because a lot of companies out there that like develop code and software, they want on-premises alternatives. So all of their like secret proprietary code doesn't just get sent off to like OpenAI and other platforms. You know, sometimes it's like a legal thing. And yeah, it's kind of amazing that you can have a lot of models and run them locally. Only problem being that GPUs are freaking expensive. God damn, NVIDIA, why? I think it's robbers all the way down. I'm just imagining a lovely, like, raccoon or something with an adorable mask and a coat, which is just more raccoons on the inside. Also, I'm surprised that people are dropping by for a stream of this. The silly, goofy game and me just kind of yapping about everything. When I get around to actually having proper redeems, I'm gonna have redeems like, hey, yap about computers, or maybe stop yapping about computers. That's okay, Ruby. I stole your taxes. Wow. I'm doing workies for the both of us. Yeah, that's the full version of DeepSeek, but you can get like smaller ones. For example, the distilled versions that are a mix of DeepSeek and Qwen. And those you can run, but you will still realistically either need a very beefy GPU with like 32 gigs of VRAM, or use regular system RAM, which is going to be painfully slow, or use multiple GPUs. And I don't know. I feel like both Intel and AMD have some affordable GPUs in the space, but most of the software works with NVIDIA, so you just have to give them money most of the time. Meow, merp, moo. Also, I still appreciate you dropping by. That is nice. I actually did plan for this to be like a short stream, because I do feel like once you've seen like 15 minutes of the game, you know most of the game. Which is still kind of the plan. I have some like editing to do. Hey, Ruby, what are you playing? Tell me all the favorite games. I will borrow them as stream ideas, maybe. Also need like a good thumbnail. I don't really know what that might be. Oh, Borderlands! Heck yeah! I really liked Borderlands too. What a cool freaking game. I kind of wish they would have made like a port of like Army of Two for the PC. Because that game had like vaguely realistic guns, but you could have like very silly combinations. And I kind of really like customizing guns in games. Gotta edit in Jeep. Yeah. But like, there is the Tarkov game, which is like a try-hard military shooter, extraction shooter game, right? There's a single-player mod for it. And the single-player mod, where you play against other bots, there's a mod for that allows you to put any gun part on any gun. And it is absolutely cursed, and I love it with all of my heart. It is so freaking jank and nice. Oh, And later, after the stream, I'm watching some secret level with my friends. It's a really cool, like, show of, like, well, I guess mini-series of various video game crossovers and stuff. Very, very nice, and it even has one with Keanu Reeves. Meow. Oh, damn it. I am kind of fudging this up. We still got this, sort of. I don't know. There we go. That was kind of bad. Maybe one more track and then I'm switching to a different car. Oh yeah, there's also some additional, like, old streams coming up on YouTube. I think at the present time we are kind of a month behind the stuff I actually stream. My editor is going through some stuff. Meow. That said, I still enjoy playing all sorts of, like, random niche indie games. My favorite genre. Okay, yeah, I don't think this truck is doing this one. Alright, also this game doesn't have winching like SnowRunner does. So yeah, you can't really get a bit of help with a friendly tree somewhere out of frame. Damn it. Come on. No, I think we're stuck here. Damn it. Let's go to the garage and see whether we can do anything about that. Because actually, there's a bunch of trucks. There's like a longer pickup truck. There's like a different one that could be pretty good for rock crawling. There's a buggy. A dune buggy. And an old-timey frickin'... I don't even know. Maybe the buggy. Let's go with that. And I think they all share the types of tires that you can put on. Mud wheels. I haven't actually seen any mud so far. I think I'm gonna go for tractor wheels because they're not too wide. Otherwise we'd have to worry about knocking things over. Also 5-link suspension, that's awfully fancy, damn. Oh yeah, there's like vinyls and everything else. Although we don't really have like a hood. Don't want any of these. I really don't know. Also, what is this song? Oh no, the lyrics are problematic. Oh hey, we can turn this into a very weird looking beetle. For real, for real. Even some side panels. This looks fine. Yeah, let's go for this. This looks like something out of Arma. Yeah, the customization is actually really freaking chill. I vibe with that. Oh, frick. It doesn't flip itself over. So it does feel like it's a little bit faster. And really loves the tip. Gonna need to be more careful with this. Wow. Okay, so we are gonna do the one that we couldn't previously. We're gonna try our freaking best. Also, yeah, there's like a first-person camera, except it's a little bit wonky. Now, this just reminds me of like Half-Life 2. That slightly odd highway map. Okay, this time we gotta win. I say as I get stuck in the exact same position. Oh no! Maybe it's just a matter of the angle. We can push off the left side. I say as I flip over. Damn it! What am I supposed to do here? Let's drive over to there and do it again. Descend. Now, it does say descend, so I get the idea that maybe we should start from the other side? Like a reverse map. But we'll see. This does feel a little bit goofy though. I'm pretty sure the front suspension isn't supposed to go that high. But yeah, in case we fall over, we have a trailer here. Where we can respawn. I feel like if I hit it right smack dab in the center, I would be able to climb up. But everything's too slippery and the tractor wheels don't work. Pain. What if I just drive from the other side, Yeah, the sand. Let's just be a little bit smart about this. And oh, task completed, 16%. We just skipped out on all of the track. We can start it from this side though, I think. Yeah, there we go. So maybe it literally wasn't designed to do it the way I tried. Oh well. Yeah, the buggy is a little bit silly. But hey, I mean, if it works, it works. I vibe. We might need new tires. We very much need new tires. Wow. There's like no traction whatsoever. Back to the garage we go. Rock wheels. Honestly, yeah, let's go with this. Actually not sure about the paint. This does look kinda nice though. We are very much broke. Oh, thank you. I will look at the thingy a little bit later. Oh, whoa. Thank you so much. Now I feel like a real patron of the arts. Oh, well. Holy frick, it's actually a little bit easier with these tires. They work really nice for rock crawling. Who would have known that in a game named Pure Rock Crawling, the rock tires would be a good option? Hey, we could actually go up now. This is so freaking nice. We do still hit the cones, but the collision detection is a little bit jank at times. Oh well. As long as it gives me some money. Oh wait, we're supposed to go down here. Yoink and yoink. There. Done. Right? No? Wait, why aren't you... What? I think we kind of broke it. The frick? I was supposed to finish here. I don't get it. Game? Can I... Okay, let's restart. I am mildly confused. We'll figure it out though. It's fine. Oh, frick. No. This thing loves flipping. Okay, that's not the one we need. The one we need is a little bit further up here. Game. Okay, let's try this again. I mean, the track itself didn't feel like super difficult. It's just that it kind of broke. We didn't finish the objective. Okay, up here. Then here. So far, so good. I'm not really getting the little, like, notifications about every gate that I pass. Oh well. We got this. There we go. Finally. Hardest 850 credits ever. The suspension might also be slightly overkill. I don't know. Snake line. We got this. I do wonder what other maps there are, actually. There's another one that's inspired by, like, the Grand Canyon? And there's one that has snow in it. I just don't think they have maps with, like, actual mud, like in SnowRunner. I have to go there later. to see like what all of them are like. If the name of the game is anything to go by though, I do feel like we're gonna see a lot of like rock crawling and that's about it. Yeah, here we go. We got this. Let's actually look at what else is available. Maybe mess around with the suspension while we're at it. There. So there's the canyon one. There's the forest, there's winter, and there's a mine, like a ghost mine. I want to see the winter. Oh, that's snowy. And I have like no traction. Interesting. Each of my tires seem to be pointing in slightly different directions. What? I think my buggy's a little bit broken. The frick? It doesn't go straight. Why is it broken? What? Okay, what if I change the vehicle to something else? And then go back. No, it still is freaking broken. Okay, 5-link rear suspension. Okay, the 5-link suspension seems fine. But if I switch the rear one to like 2-link. Then it's like completely borked. The frick game. That might be a little bit of a bug for the devs to look at. Okay, 4-link should be fine. Let's go and look for some missions. Oh, maybe not. Wait, no, the 2-link thing also makes me steer to the side. I don't get it. Yeah, see? It's so weird. Oh well. I'll take what I can get. Boardwalk. Oh wait, there's like a really long road one. Heck yeah. Oh, and there's like ice. We're gonna do so many freaking donuts. I vibe with how jank this game is. South Road? Oh, that's no road at all. The frick. This is how my parents must have gone to school. Uphill, both ways. For real, for real. No. Yeah, basically. Also, I do hope you're having a lovely day. Oh, whoa. Honestly, it's super cool to just find games that basically no one knows about. but that some developers have clearly put, you know, a bit of effort in. You just wait until I start revisiting like Slav Jank games from the early 2000s. Also, there was an old game that reminds me a little bit of like BeamNG Drive, which was called Rigs of Rods. And it also had a soft body physics engine, just a little bit more broken than BeamNG. I should find how to install that thing and whether there's any mods and just goof around in it someday. It was interesting. Or maybe, after I've rebuilt my computer, play some more BeamNG, but with better frame rates this time. We kinda stuck. Damn it. Noom. Oh well, that cone's getting bonked. I do feel like there's a sharpening filter in this game that you can't turn off. Like look at those trees. They do look a little bit odd. But hey, whatever the devs wanted to do, that's fine. That is their choice. Oh yeah, you can also just do missions in the actual world. You don't have to go back to the map. Bit of a silly situation. Oh no. Or not, I guess. Honestly, a game like this should just have the option of getting out of the car and pushing it. But yeah, we're properly aligned now. Oh wow. Honestly, look at those physics. It's so freaking nice. I still don't remember if this did have a proper damage system. I'd need to drive off a cliff to find out. It might just be me misremembering, but I think if you took that like default car you had and you flipped it a few times, it had some like deformation. I'm gonna find that out eventually. We are absolutely demolishing this track, though. Oh, I just got an achievement of touching 50 cones. Oh no. %. Nice. Okay, this one doesn't deform. What if I get this one? And do a big ol' freaking Noom off a mountain. Nothing. What if I take off the roof bits? Adventure rack, hardtop. We're doing like important science here. Nothing either. I might just be wrong. Maybe there is no damage model. Where's the closest mountain I can drive off of? Yep, no damage. Well, that's something for the developer to work on then. Imagine how cool this would be if you could have actual parts getting like bonked and you know. The cars can climb a lot though, damn. Well, until the tires stop being helpful. Also, no like snow deformation. That would be cool too. Wonder if anything in the graphics settings changes stuff, but no, it's already on like ultra. Oh well, that's fine. Now the next thing to discover would be how far the actual map boundaries go. What happens when I reach the side? Is it just like an invisible wall or something else? Might just be infinite forests. Okay, can I escape here? No. Car not good enough. Damn it. I'm gonna do basically like a random run here without the actual objectives and cones. Guess you can call this practice. Yeah, we're escaping the confines of the map. Oh, whoa. It doesn't actually seem like there is a boundary. Oh, wait, no. I say as I literally run into it. Feels like we might just look for another map. Okay, so fast travel. There's also the canyon and the ghost mine. Let's go and have a quick look, shall we? Okay, yeah, this map I think was added relatively recently, actually. Oh, and all of the locations are kind of nearby. Huh. The Great Circle. This one. So it's like a smaller map, but the terrain is a bit more interesting, I guess. Oh no, this is actually really chill. The only things in our way are like tiny rocks. I'm not afraid of tiny rocks. Easy. We are hitting like all of the cones, but that is fine. Oh, there's like a little railroad? Did they used to have some mines up in here? Oh, that's interesting level design. Very much might want a different vehicle here, though. Feels like this needs a bit more patience than I have right now. I was just goofing around and want to see what the maps have in store for us. Maybe this one. Yeah. So in contrast to the others, this is way smaller. But that's okay. Okay, let's actually try doing one super carefully, where we don't hit the cones. This might actually be a game that's really cool with a proper like steering wheel and some, you know, pedals. Because this does strike me as the kind of scenario where you absolutely want more control than like a regular keyboard would give you. Maybe a controller could be fine for this. Okay. Also, yeah, I have to say, as an Unreal Engine game, you can actually zoom in on like every bit of rock, and it is pretty detailed. Good job on that. I just wish that most Unreal Engine games didn't struggle to run so freaking much. Oh damn, we're supposed to go up there somehow. There. Oh, this does get more difficult. Damn. Okay. Okay, we are still hitting the cones. I can't do much about that. %95% though. That is kind of good. Yeah. Let's see. There might be one or two more interesting tracks. Mine train. Oh, I want to do that. There we go. Would be kind of cool to put a bit more lights on the actual truck, so you know it would be easier to see. wonder what is the easiest and the hardest truck to actually do races with. Because this one, I think the short wheelbase is actually working in our favor. Mostly because we have a decent like turning radius, and we don't have to worry too much about hitting everything. Like, it's not too wide, it's not too long, it's reasonably easy to maneuver. Although the regular pickup, honestly, probably a bit worse in that way. Okay, 88. So let's go and actually switch over to that pickup. Like, I wanna try this one. Yeah. Let's do some customization. I think the same tires probably, right? Actually mud ones, because why not? Oh, this one doesn't seem to brake like the others. That's kinda nice. We can also make it a bit higher, don't mind if I do. Ayo. Oh, we can be American. Don't mind if I do. Wow. Oh, this is so tacky. Yeah, of course we have to go for this. Let's see. Oh, there's like a bunch of bumpers too. The night one looks kind of cool. Let's just stick to the stock one. Oh, and we can change the back. Roll bar is fine. Some truck lights. I'm actually surprised at how much customization we get to do. Like, this is freaking nice. Mesh doors. Let's not mess with the flag. It's fine. I do feel like this is gonna make things way more difficult. Oh, but listen to that engine. Freaking like Vice City sound, for real. Dune buggy. Okay, yeah, we're gonna be hitting a lot of cones. It is what it is. Because this thing is way longer and actually more difficult to maneuver. Oh well. Also, wait, didn't we already do this? I don't think the menu was like properly updated then. It does kind of look cool. A little bit silly, but hey, it's fine. It's interesting that none of these seem to be like timed. So you can take as much time as you want and be as careful as you can. Let's see. Near fence, old rail track. And after that, I think one more on this map, and then we're looking at the other one I haven't visited. I do get the feeling that it's just gonna be more of the same rock crawling. But hey, it's a game, it's nice. Honestly, I don't really know how the developers can come up with all of the, like, finer map layout details and stuff. Because it feels like tracks like this, okay, you can probably draw a line of what you want to do, but still laying out all the finer elements and making it look kind of, you know, vaguely realistic and vaguely believable. That probably takes a bit more work. This is a bit tricky. No. Oh, we have to go over this. That's interesting. I'm guessing kind of to the side and then over the middle once we get traction. Right? Yeah. Well, sort of. I think they need some like sound effects for when you end up hitting the cones. But we are going to the remaining map. And maybe switching to the fancy Dune Rock buggy. G. I don't know, I think it... These kind of visibly break when I change some of these suspensions. Oh well. It's a lot of parts. Yeah, let's go with the lights. Oh, we can change like the metal and everything. Except no hood right now. Oh well. And we haven't been to the canyon. So let's just go over and have a quick look. I feel like this is one of the vehicles that will probably be quite easy. Because it doesn't feel like it would roll over quite as much as the other buggy. And the center of gravity, probably reasonably low. Oh, and the visibility is really good. If for whatever reason you did want to play in first person. Oh, I'm gonna hit the cone. Yep, I did. Come on, go up. Damn it, might need bigger tires. We're just trying to break the game physics. There we go. 10 out of 10. I'm actually reminded of the SnowRunner Expeditions game, because that one also seems to be more about like navigating the terrain rather than delivering goods, at least from what I've heard. So, you know, might be worth a look. Now, can I restart this one? I feel like if this isn't like actually restarted, we're gonna have a pretty freaking bad rating, because we have hit like all the cones by now. Yeah, the ones we made fall over are saved. This is gonna be really bad. Oh no. Yeah, 44%. What's like a really long track? Let's go for this one. So yeah, all of the maps in the game do feel slightly different, but the content itself is very similar and a bit samey. Which, you know, from a rock crawling game, you just get more of the same. Not a bad thing though. Would be cool to have like a timed mode, because that's also probably what would be really, well, relatively easy to actually implement by the devs. Oh, I suck at this. Also, being able to like swap out the engines, really freaking cool. Or maybe like, you know, use the money for various performance parts, like change the suspension and the ratios there, and how powerful the engine is, maybe add like a turbo, you know, that kind of thing. That would fit really nicely in a game like this. Oh well. This is one long track. And I keep hitting literally everything. Oh well. Not so easy with a keyboard, I will admit. And there we go. Another trail completed. Now, I did want to do a short stream. And I do think that this is where I am going to wrap it up. This has been pure rock crawling. And honestly, for a rock crawling game that's made by, you know, a relatively small group of people, I think it's a pretty nice experience. As long as, you know, you don't pay like $1 bajillion for it. Aside from that, though, I think we should go and look at whether there's someone we could raid. And thank you all for dropping by today. Oh, well.